welcome back to part 2 with Dear in Nature. I think what they're gonna call this picture. Sharon, my director, she came out after the show and says, Dave, I don't mind you wearing a hat, but please, when we're filming, it takes away from the painting. Take the hat off. So Sharon is off. So I told her, don't worry, I'll take it off this time. There we go. Last week when you was here, we talked about how we was going to draw the deer, and we put the masking fluid on it. We done this guide. Then I said that while we was going to leave, I was going to do, you saw me doing a little pencil work. So I done that because I know I'm going to have water in the picture, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. The other thing is that I outline, you know, when I put the frame down and I outline the frame. This way I know I have to, if I want the paint to be above this 9, that I won't have no white showing. Some of this white I wanted to show, but if I want trees and stuff, and you want it to be shown, you got to make sure that I have to have it past this line. That's what that is. That's my border. That's my own border. You know, you won't even see it, but I know that if I don't cover it, that area is going to look funny. The other thing with watercolors compared to oil paintings is that in oil painting, we have to start, the base color is very dark, and then the highlight goes on top of the dark. You need the dark to show the light, the highlight and stuff. With watercolor, because it's watered down, it's the reverse. You start with a very light color first, and then you start adding the darker color into it and the shadows. And when you're doing your distance, your middle ground and stuff like that, you have to remember that, or anything in it, that you don't want to start with your darkest color first. It's always the lighter. I know I might have water in the picture because I have the deer here. I got to make sure that my horizon line, my middle ground, is not too high, or not. Or it could be high. You know, my middle ground could be up to here. But it is I have to make sure that I have room for the foreground, right here. My front looks perspectively right, you know, and that's what I have to what my concern is. I got I'm gonna use my homemade brush again with a little bit of blue. And as you can see, I didn't put down greens or certain colors because I like to make my own greens sometimes. So, and that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of yellow. And a good thing to have a big palette is that I'm gonna move the yellow up above this here. I'm gonna keep this if I just wanna use plain. But this is gonna be my mixing part right here. So I'm gonna get a little bit of yellow and I'm gonna add a little bit of blue. Blue and yellow makes green. And again, it's not gonna be a heavy green. It's gonna be a very, because it's far away, far away. It's gonna be very light. And then when I add the darker color to it, it's still gonna be, then you'll see it, that it's moving closer. So right now, the masking tape is that now I could go paint over the deer and it's not gonna affect nothing. You could tap, or else I could even just move it around this way. Doesn't matter, because this is just distance. See, I could just add this, and I'm gonna have a little bit dark. So this is just distant trees. Let's just do it this way. We'll do it a couple different ways. There you go. I could add it up with some of that sky. There you go. Yeah. There. I'm gonna blow it with the mask on. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that to dry, and then all that will go away. So I'm just gonna bring this down just a little bit. Make sure that it's all off it. Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna pick up a little bit. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of yellow. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the yellow and a little bit of the red. That's a deep red. Let me see. I don't want it too strong. I don't want it too weak yet. So just enough. Oops, that's a little bit too strong. Something like that, maybe. I'm just gonna add a little bit of orange here and there. Yellow and red makes a nice orange. I'm just gonna go around with some of these trees. Yeah. It will bring some of those trees a little bit closer. There you go. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that orange. There you go. Like I said, I'm not doing a masterpiece. You know, none of my paintings are a masterpiece. This is just a way that I can show you how to do things. You know? Maybe this one here could be a little bit darker. I'm not looking at another picture. I'm not, you know, this is just what I see, what I want to get done, you know, for that paintbrush array, disposable paintbrush. Now I'm gonna take a little bit, I got a little bit of Van Dyke brown. I'm gonna take a little Van Dyke brown. Yep. Put a little bit of Van Dyke brown out. Yep, you can see it right here, just a drop. Ooh. Come on, just a drop. There you go. They say you don't need too much. Then I'm going to take my brush, my script liner brush. I'll go right in here. I'm just going to water it down some. There. I'm just going to add this little chunks, something that looks like little chunks here and there. I'm gonna make that one a little darker. There we go. Make that one a little taller. Maybe that one's a little bit closer. It's in front of the trees, a little bit closer. Your hand shakes, don't worry about it. It's only gonna make prettier branches there. because that's going to go over the other branches, so I'm just going to have to make it a little darker. There. There we go. Now, when you're home, and this is your home painting, you could do thousands of these little brush branches. You could add more trees. Enjoy. Find out what you like doing. Yeah. Now, I talked about, putting on the highlight and the shadows. Let's say this is the darkest side. If you look at the painting, I'm gonna move this out the way for a second. The sky on this side is lighter than this side. So this is gonna be my dark side. So what I'm gonna do is get a little bit of the same paint, but because this is the dark side, I'm gonna make this side a little bit darker because that's gonna be the shadow side. See that? This is how you build it up now, Okay? And that will give your painting such a nice look to it. Whatever branch that you think that the shadow is on the side of the shadow, just add a little dark to that side. And if you have a little bit too much, we could always come back and fix that up too. There's one thing about watercolor. People says you cannot come back and you cannot. No, you could fix up watercolor just like you do with any other paint. There. See how nice that looks now? And if I wanted to add more shadow, and I can make it a little bit more darker. And let's say right here, I'm gonna make it a little bit more. Bring the shadow down this way, just a little bit more. See how you could build that up? You could keep on building it up more and more and more. But if you put down the very dark color first, ooh, you're not gonna be able to. Oh, yeah, just you could actually play with this. That's why I love watercolors, Okay, so I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna take another color. I'm gonna take the. Where is it? Here it is. The burnt sienna. Raw sienna. This is what I call the mustard color. It is one of my favorite colors. This one right here is just a beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take my big brush, my medium-sized brush this time. See, I don't want it too wet yet. So I'm just gonna and dust it off. There. And now again, I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna take my brush and go back and forth because I don't want to make a whole sharp line on it. Just heat off. And right here, I'm gonna start adding a little bit dirt line right here. Again, I started with the lighter color, and then later on, I'll fill in with the darker. But this is just going to give me the lay of the land, how I want the lay of the land to be. See that? Watercolor, you don't have to fill in every little spot. It's a free, very free medium to work with. There. If you want a little hill, you just shape it as a little hill. There. There you go. Now, because it's wet, we're gonna sit down and Let it dry up just a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move around the edges just to smooth out that edge more, that's all. That's all I'm gonna do. See, this way it doesn't dry. Yeah. See all the different layers now? It comes back, it goes up, comes down. We have a little hill here. And then nobody do anything with it. It's just, now it's running in. Put down my other brush, put this brush down, get this brush ready. While this dry, I'm gonna put I'm gonna get another tree here. So again, I'm gonna take the paint. There goes some soft. And let's put a tree right here. Right around here. Whoops, a little bit darker, a little bit more paint. There we go. And I'm gonna turn this one. This is gonna be a little bit closer, but I want it to be crooked. Maybe I have 2 trees on this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start down with the darker color just to go over that blue. And as I come down, I'm gonna stay to the lighter where the shadow would be at. Like just something like that. Okay. And now on this one here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come down, come down, come down. There we go. I'm gonna come down this way to it. There. Something like that. Roof. There we go. Come down, come down, come down, the darker. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. Now I can fix it up. There. Yeah. A bit more down here. This is up. It's gonna be a little darker with some of that cloud coming in. There we go. Now I'm just gonna add a few branches coming up on it. Yeah. A little darker on some of these. They're a little bit closer to me, so I'm gonna give a little bit more oomph to them. There we go. This one across one. There we go. Something like that. Okay, we got 6 more minutes. Okay, we're gonna finish this side first, and then we're gonna do a little bit on this side. I am gonna take a little bit, I'm gonna take the big brush again, the medium-sized brush. I'm gonna go right back into that blue, right here. A little bit of blue, a little bit of this. It's drying a little bit, but if you mush it around some, it will come back. There we go. There, something like that. Could be a bluish green. And right around here, we're gonna add a little bit of shadow around some of these trees, make it a little darker. There we go. Just a little bit of shadow here and there. Yeah. I know I went across the tree, but we'll fix that tree. That's okay. Like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take what they call a dry brush. I'm going to take this brush, get all the water off it, and now I'm just going to move this around just a little bit where it's not that strong. See that? That's what I said. It's okay what I was going to do. Yeah. Same thing here. I'm just going to move some of this. Dry brush. Now I could blend that all in. Whatever I don't want it to be strong or weak. I could pick up some of that brown from the tree and start adding some dirt, because I could always fix that up. Same thing here. So I'm gonna have to have a couple of shadows up there. So, what I got? 3 minutes, plenty time to fix up everything. I'm gonna pick this up a little bit more there. See? Put that right back to how I like it. This is an old tree. Look at that. It's coming across. Its thickest bars coming apart in places. Good, good. It's an old tree. Okay, it's been climbed on. The deers and bears are scratching their backs on it. It's an old tree. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the same brush right here, and I'm gonna mix up a little bit more green and blue, yellow. Let me see what I have. There we go. Go right back into some of this yellow. There. Push down. I don't want it to be. The good thing, I like these brushes because you could form these brushes. You could mush up these brushes, and they'll stay the way how you have them. Sometimes you want to mush, like I'm going to do now. You could bend them, and they stay that way. That's why I like actually a good pair of sheep hair, goat hair brush, That's, you want a good pair. It's worth the money. It is, for just a couple dollars more. A little bit of blue. Get rid of some of that color. There we go. And I'm just going to add a little bit grass sticking up here and there. Still a little bit wet. Still a little wet. More than I wanted, but that's okay. We're going to go back later to go over it. I just want to have a little bit of grass sticking up. See, just touching the brush. That's what I love, a good brush. Down with it. Come all the way across to the border line. There we go. There. When this is dry, we're gonna put more up on it. How much? We got 1 more minute. Good. The other end, now I'm gonna take this big brush real quick. Take another piece of paper towel. There we go. We can use this one. I don't want it to be too. I'm gonna go right back into this brown, sienna. Okay, just like that. And I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the ground real quick with that. Here. Fill up. And I will see where else I want to add. Let's come down a little bit with this one. There we go. Something like that. Add a little more color to that. No, not too much. Now let's see, we have just a little more. There we go. And when we come back, part 3, then I can see what else we're going to do with this one. There we go. Yep. Yep, that looks good. Good. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay. And we're going to have some. Okay.